Hello!
Hello!
Welcome back to Ace Attorney in Real Time, the show where we play every Ace Attorney case on the days that they happened. And today is February 10th, 2019.
It's 2019.
It's 2019 again. And which that means that today is the final day of Bridge to the Turnabout, the last case in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy.
Yay!
I'm so excited.
Sorry, for a second I was worried the game was still going to be in Japanese, but it looks like it's in English.
Mari was trying to see how misogynistic Godo is in the Japanese version. He's equally...
It's the same.
It's the same. They translated it pretty well. Oh,
yeah. I like to check that. I don't speak Japanese, but I know enough to translate some lines in Ace Attorney. Let's go with most. I'm not sure, but...
I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't know any Japanese. But I don't know. You seem to have done it pretty well.
You knew what Uma Musume means.
Well, yeah, but that's because of the game. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay. Oh, yeah, let's go.
Let's get into the game.
It's that one.
There we go.
Yeah, wow, now we're gone.
And we're gone.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I'm a little hot.
I thought you were going to say
okay, it is in
high.
Japanese.
It is in Japanese. How do we change it?
Okay, let me do it. This says option. This is language. There we go. And then enter. Yeah, why is it Manfred von Karma? Okay, blah, blah, blah. It's in English now.
All right. Continue. Yay! February 10th, 9:39 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. They're very specific with the time.
Oh, Twi's here?
Yeah!
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me, what's going to happen to Mystic Maya?
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. So is Sister Iris still trying to remove those trick locks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then, well, how come she's not here in the defendant lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange.
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Edgeworth, what's Iris doing over there?
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Whoa, what?
The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession. Or so I heard.
Franziska von Karma, what are you up to? Franziska!
I know what you're thinking, but Franziska isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
What? Then who is?
Who else would it be but...
Why do you think he was there?
Godot.
Godot?
Godot. Franziska is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
The Sacred Cavern? You don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She has been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally.
Oh, they're friends.
They are. We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours.
Really?
I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Yeah, thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Godot intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday.
Oh, thanks, Edgeworth. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else. Literally.
What?
And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands. Partner?
Thanks.
Who else would it be but Godo? Yeah, Phoenix, don't you know the country has like 2.5 active prosecutors? God, it's such a big issue.
Is it?
It is.
Okay.
For Edgeworth.
All right.
He told me about it.
He told you,
Yeah.
Eaglet? I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Stoneham. No, I mean Missy Fay. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen.
Whee!
And what that woman is really after. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end.
I'm glad she still has access to her beautiful lipstick in prison. I really love the color of her lipstick. I fucking love Morgan Fay.
Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Is that her full name?
It's the one they gave me.
Your Honor, what are you?
Oh, me? Oh, well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted.
Damn.
Therefore, I'll be standing in for him.
I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My Canadian brother. He looked a bit pale, not to mention sad that he couldn't be here.
It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us.
Of all of the roles in the courtroom to swap out mid-case, the judge seems like the worst one.
Yeah. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Godel.
Yes, thank you.
I understood exactly what you said. At least up until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Godel, please proceed with your opening statement.
Thank you, I'm in so much pain. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world.
Coffee.
The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug.
Yeah. So then you mean... forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she's had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make.
Confession? The defendant?
Uh-oh. Iris, why didn't she discuss this with me first? Oh.
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
Well, don't tell her to give a confession. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask her for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura
Do you have
Temple.
a last name? I mean, your dad's name is Hawthorne, right?
Well, I was disowned.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, sorry.
Witness, is there something that you want to confess to? Yes, but first, I want to apologize to Mr. Wright.
Oh.
I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's all right. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing?
She didn't say she did it. She didn't say she did it.
Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Donim? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise. and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard, where I desecrated it.
What? Oh, order in the court! Order! Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, that could have been worse, I guess. No, fuck. 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Ugh. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Trite? That Godo. So this is the confession they were conferring about. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie.
Don't need
Now
that
then,
anymore.
little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris was covering for someone? No, I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jacket.
I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Kurang tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I'm sorry, but main family?
Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Kurang channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey.
No, huh? Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite. She's naming Maya! Oh, God.
Order in the court!
My last name is Ray.
So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer?
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes, and then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her.
Objection! That's ridiculous! Maya could never do such a...
No. The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. I mean, we saw what was on that thing yesterday. Was not good. It did not look good for us.
Sorry, I don't know how to drink water right.
Oh, that's okay, Iris.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
So it was
It was in self-defense?
Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did was that woman. Iris even admitted it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay, let's cross-examine.
I went to the inner temple that night and I saw it all happen in the garden.
Should we just...
So this next part was interesting to me.
Why?
Sure. Yeah, that's worth asking also. You're saying that the victim attacked Maya, I mean Miss Faye?
Yes, it was a truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard in the head and looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
I feel like the mic is higher than normal.
I don't know what you mean.
There. This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that?
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Yeah, press that. What did she do that with? Because the staff probably doesn't kill people. She moved in to deliver a fatal strike?
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And Elise Dunham tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye?
Yes, exactly.
Huh. You look like I did after mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire sauce?
Oh. Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? Yes. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do? But this witness is your own client.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but nevertheless... Well, that's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that.
Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again.
Oh.
Final judgment will be rendered by me.
Oh.
I'm gonna be the judge in this trial.
Oh, but that's
Okay,
my
now,
job.
let's continue.
Oh.
She threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe.
Well, that's strange. Why would she do that? That's a little weird for her to do with that.
So if she wanted to kill her, maybe she could have just grabbed the staff.
Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Dunham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with the staff is hit someone.
Nope. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Dunham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger.
Don't you hate it when your regular staff ends up being a sword? Oh god, it's just accidentally by a case.
Oh my god.
I was wondering why there were so many safety warnings on this.
She wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she had already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Look at this shit. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say? That was an impressive bit of investigating. That was an impressive bit of investigating, Trite. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in this staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
Where is this dagger, though?
But there is something strange about this whole testimony. Oh boy.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright!
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted, because Miss Elise Dunham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Is it profiles?
Yeah. Maya's mother! Yeah. She would never do that, because she's her mama, and mothers never do anything wrong to their children.
Elise Dunham would never have attacked Maya Fey.
Like abandon them.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donim. Her real name was Misty Fay.
Faye? No! Not Misty Faye! Who is this Misty Faye? Is she related to...
Misty Fay is the master of the crime channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fay.
Are you serious? Is it really true? Mr. Wright? Was Elise Donim actually the great mystic Missy?
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Ugh.
Order in the court. Oops. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in the world that is impossible, except for one little thing.
Mother's doing anything wrong.
It's not what I'm gonna say.
Well, what is this one little impossible thing?
Ha! You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Can you get to your point? I heard this witness's confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee.
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
It's already gone. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty.
That's just got a little bit of blood on it. It's like the butter knife from Farewell.
It does look much sharper.
It does look a lot sharper than the knife from Farewell, my Turnabout.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to see?
But yeah, it doesn't really look like a stabbing dagger. Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it.
That's right. I also noticed that. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree?
Pine tree.
Is that the pine tree?
Oh,
I don't think that's
looks
a pine
exactly
tree.
like a pine tree.
This dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Ha! Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my 13th cup of morning coffee.
So much coffee.
Didn't you just say it was 8th a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
I was too busy drinking so much coffee.
I had to... Listen. I need coffee.
In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
You know it's not mine because my blood is just coffee. This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right.
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of...
Uh-oh. I finished my coffee.
I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Here's another one. Cute girls never lie. Ever. Well, I can think of one.
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women. Yes, Your Honor. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff, but then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
So I guess we're gonna ignore the, stuff about the last part? Alright.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. That was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
Okay, but why would they start fighting?
I don't know who you are. Die.
That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination.
Okay, alright, fine. What? Fine. The battle. Okay, let me actually pay more attention.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff.
Okay.
But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon.
So, which weapon? Can we press that? What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure.
What happened to it? The staff?
The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated. That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger. Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike, but Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet.
Oh, what did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
Okay.
You want to press this?
Yeah. You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
Okay. I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly. As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. You were the one who started it!
Anyway, boys.
What?
So after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern,
He's a boy, I'm a man.
what happened next? No. If I'm an old and I'm Gramps, so then you're a boy. I'm mad
No,
now.
I'm a man, you're an old man.
No. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
What? She was stabbed in the back.
Oh my god!
I just realized.
Press.
Okay.
Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost?
The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely? Objection. We know that Maya Fey was at the Inner Temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Elise Dunim. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who? Almost certainly she wasn't certain. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't have anything to counter that yet.
Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony.
I think you should present. I think you're right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. Face the
Oh,
test for a
what?
moment. Then Mr. Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise.
Oh, OBS disconnected.
God damn it.
Please. Fuck.
Should I end the stream and start it again? Or? Reconnection
okay.
successful?
It'll yeah. Let's see. It looks like it's fixing itself.
Are you back?
Okay, I think we're back. Sorry.
OBS disconnected.
It cut out for a sec. It's fine. I think we're good.
Yeah.
Joke break stream.
Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna save because I'm so confident. But I just stab in the back.
Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Like you said.
Yes, I think so.
But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Oh, what? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Red?
I don't know, but she's lying. It's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift?
Is that all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Objection! Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter? And now, she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee, but to pick out each one requires total connection and the use of all the senses.
Connection?
Concentration. Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Prosecutor Godholm, explain yourself.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
Well, then why is she even testifying?
A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Light?
By the way, did you know? Azakura has a rule that on nights where an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? She was too short. It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. We can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trite? I don't know what you're talking about. No!
Order!
Here, Your Honor, let me present the stone lantern into evidence.
Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
I was a little weird about that stone lantern.
Did no one tell him again? Oh my god.
Whoa.
What's wrong, Your Honor? Oh shit, I forgot. What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
This lantern. There's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood.
Oh boy! So the judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood.
It says Maya upside down.
What the?
Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her, with the blood that was draining out of her body. It certainly looks that way.
Objection! Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean, what are we all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood. Nonsense! This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Could it be? He can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We know now that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godo, anything further?
What?
We're dropping frames.
You're right.
But now I think we're back.
Okay.
Mr. Godo?
Okay then. Let's move on. Godo is literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. Although it could be.
I believe it has now been established
I have an extremely high drug tolerance.
that Miss Donim was killed by Maya Fey.
That's just wrong! Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something. You did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. Okay, cover up. What did you do to cover up?
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Qurine tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shichishito to alter the way the wound looked.
So...
So you moved the body? Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan. But even so, I never imagined that Elise Donim was actually Misty Fey. I've committed a terrible sin. A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body, but...
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back. Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Okay.
So the obvious thing...
Yeah, when did she do that?
When did Dusky Bridge burn down?
Yes, when did she do that and when did the bridge burn down? I'm not sure she set a time, so we might have to get that out of her.
I'm going to look at the weather report real quick.
Right, we should know when.
Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, and so at least could have died before then.
Yes, but we don't know when. We don't know when, and we gotta hear her.
Yeah.
She must say a time at some point. Because that's gotta be it. You waited until everything was over before making a move?
No, it's not like that.
Objection. She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Isn't your job to the judge as to... I mean, isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument?
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Karine tradition.
I removed the body from the inner temple.
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
You moved her body all by yourself?
Yes, I did. It would have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
The snow, huh?
I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
Yeah, press this. It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. But there's one other thing that bothers me. That wasn't relevant.
And we also know now that Phoenix is not an idiot, because he got a cold. He does it all the time.
Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
Guess that makes
Well, the
sense.
river would take her pretty far.
Makes perfect sense to me, for the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, I'm gonna... let's see.
The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Because we also have the snowmobile tracks.
Yes, I had the key.
Yeah.
I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details?
Wait. So you used the snowmobile to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple?
Well, the reverse, because it's at Hazakura Temple, I think she... So, wait, okay, so...
Because if she was on the other side of the bridge, she brought the body across the bridge and then used the snowmobile to take it to Hazakura Temple.
Ask about the snowmobile. Let me hear more about this snowmobile ride.
Well, it was very cold that night, so I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge.
Uh-huh. Objection! I'm sorry, witness, but now I've got a problem with your testimony.
Excuse me?
Kyoto, what are you up to now? That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates.
Let's recall her comments on the subject. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
Order! Mr. Godo! Why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony?
Because she's wrong. Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Well, maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Yes, maybe she didn't see it.
You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Ha! Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just, you'd better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Yes, sir.
What was that all about? Why would Godo want to give me a hint?
Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. So you transported the body by snowmobile.
I guess from the... So you carried it by hand to the bridge and across the bridge.
Yes.
Then used the snowmobile to take it to the
Yes.
Hazakura temple.
All the way to the Hazakura Temple courtyard? Yes, I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway. And then I used the Shichishito to alter the way the wound looked.
I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of.
I'm gonna press this because we haven't pressed it yet.
So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway,
Oh, I said that to myself.
she was a very special person indeed.
Okay, that's it.
Removed the body from Inner Temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across the Dusky Bridge. Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple.
Did we press that?
I don't know if we've pressed this because I think she maybe just added it.
Yeah. The snowmobile? Yeah, so this is,
Oh.
and then we said the one thing, and there was another
I had,
option.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Let's see about the tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally, you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple. I see. Snow was still falling, huh? And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped.
I'm going to look.
When the murder took place, it already stopped?
Snow 7 to approximately 10:50. So if it had already stopped, then it would have been after the bridge caught on fire.
Yeah. Okay, so you figure out how to.
That's
could
why
do
there
that.
are such fresh-looking tracks.
Oh, that's you.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
It's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to this testimony.
But does it have something to do with the case?
Yes, what do you mean? All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record. Huh. This should be fun. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we?
Yes, sir. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
I'm not entirely sure.
So let's see.
do you want me to? Maybe I'll get a little bit more of an idea of how to
yeah.
specifically to prove this contradiction to my press.
There have been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I think I've tracked her this time. I see how you think. Snow, huh?
What is going on here?
If the
If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it'd mean there's a bigger hole in her story than that movie, The Grid Revelations. What? Huh. Well then, Mr. Trite, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve, or rather, at the end of your index finger. I don't want to believe it. I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? Yeah, I know it's a reference to that movie. I guess I just don't get it. I haven't seen it.
Okay.
So, yeah, present something. It's the Yeah.
I'm gonna save first because I'm not entirely sure what.
I think it's just the weather report.
Just the weather report because the
unless we have evidence that's the bridge. But I don't think we do. I mean, I guess we have the picture, but I don't... Why does it say it's horrible?
It sucks. It's a terrible artist.
Right.
Everyone's always so mean to Larry.
I know, his art is not bad, even. The witness is... Fuck.
Okay, so it's not the...
That was the right statement, right?
I mean, surely.
Yeah, You don't have... We only have one...
No, it already stopped.
It's gotta be that because it's new.
I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
Okay, well, try presenting it on
I'm
that.
gonna just press
press
this
that, yeah.
now that she said the other
Right.
thing.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's the same. It is.
Why not just throw
But
it in
it
the Eagle
is-
River?
Huh. Makes perfect sense to me, anyway. Yeah, try presenting the weather report here. It does. We've got plenty of help. Okay, that was it.
Okay.
You claimed that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred, but I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire.
What did you say? The bridge... It was on fire.
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
No!
Order!
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
Objection. The only person here that is truly contemptible is you.
Me?
Old man.
Oh, me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. What do you mean it's her testimony? Oh my god! Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Dunham was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witnessed Iris desecrating Elise Dunham's body. He makes a good point, on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
What are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all last night.
Your Honor, who cares if the defendant is lying on the stand?
Says the prosecutor.
So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It is only human to err. If you're so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this to the court. What is it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. But somehow, the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick. Ugh! Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth. I'm not sure I follow.
All right then. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more. About what, Your Honor? You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor.
Will this be her final testimony?
Moving the body. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just...
Wait,
confused,
what?
I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped?
Okay.
Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? So it was just a misunderstanding. I see.
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
What about the tracks, though?
There it is.
It certainly was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
Yeah, kind of. It's also kind of amazing we're still using it.
Yeah. Just a little repair. Just put a big board over it.
Clearly it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
It was impossible to carry a me over it. Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder. Try. I'm only going to say it one more time. It is only human to err, and only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes.
All right, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination.
I do kind of love that he just says random shit. That's just one of his character traits.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So,
You pressed this. But you seemed to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped.
I'm terribly sorry. I was wrong.
Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook?
Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter or...
Yeah,
Does it really
press
matter that
this,
much?
because yes, it does. This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law.
Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today?
What? Huh? Well, naturally, it wasn't a week ago.
You see, it's not that easy to remember, is it?
But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation. No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Trite. It wasn't traumatic. By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. Okay, so we need to prove that. Okay, I know what to do. We gotta do it. We gotta present it. We gotta do it. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
What?
Ha! You're saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. What the fuck?
Who is it? Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack and go, go, go! Miss
Go,
Elise
go, go.
Dunham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurice Dunham.
Brilliant.
Highly gifted?
Apprentice.
Remember what he said in his testimony. did you read the transcript of the trial yesterday?
Oh, no, I didn't see any of it.
I was asking actually both of you. That night he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall, and that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today is not April Fool's Day, is it?
No, it's February 10th.
Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Ha! Fuck you. Well tried. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old. Does this sketch prove anything?
That's a good sketch.
I could draw something better than that.
All right, then do it.
We're doing a trial right now. I can't.
You'll do it later.
Now your evidence is gone.
Oh my god, you put the coffee on the sketch? That's so rude.
I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch? Upside down? Why did Godo say that?
All right, then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive any more mistakes.
No, I'm so mad I'm about to blow a gasket.
All right, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. This sketch drawn by Larice Donim is exactly what happened. Of course the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh! Okay, never mind. I think it's the other one.
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
No, don't compare me to him. No! That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
You're a fucking idiot. Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the Inner Temple yet. We'll keep looking, though. I wish they had. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. Yeah.
Okay, no penalty.
There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
All right, then. The witness will now return to her testimony.
Wait, what? Fuck.
Yes, Your Honor. You have to do that all over
What
again.
did we even do? Oh, we presented the sketch on the last statement. Okay, sorry, can we, let's, all of this again, please. It comes back to this!
Oh my god.
I think it was
What
no.
could possibly...
Phoenix, it's a contradiction. It's a contradiction.
That's not how I would put it.
Nope. Something is obviously funny. Oh, is the contradiction that people can't fly?
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean. You're on. Sorry, I just there's a make some noise bit that reminded me of.
Did your mom call you last night? She called me.
Larice Donim stated it over and over that this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, I am getting a little lightheaded. If we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality?
Yeah, people can't fly. This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger-pointing thing again. Okay, Trey. So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it?
Well, it's probably...
I can't see the sketch very well, so... The victim is actually this flying figure, naturally. After all, people haven't learned to fly yet. Or did I miss something?
If I had a nickel for the amount of times we had to point out that people can't fly in court in Ace Attorney, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice.
Oh my god.
Mr. Wright, that answer just now, it was lethal?
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Oh. Blushing only suits women.
Wait,
not
wait,
the
wait,
elderly.
wait. Point to something else.
It's
Not, okay, so that wasn't it. Whoops.
Okay.
Okay, let's look at it.
Okay. He stated over and over this is exactly how he saw
Okay.
it. However, okay. I know what it is.
You do good.
Yeah.
This is getting interesting. What's actually it?
Well, that also contradicts reality.
Okay,
I think it's the
get it.
wires.
Yeah, probably.
Because they're up when they should be down.
Yes. That's gotta be it. It's the wire connected to the bridge.
The wire.
Huh. Is that the thing that contradicts reality? It is indeed. Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. I guess we had the picture of the bridge.
Bridget.
Yeah, because they're down. Yeah, they're down. Yeah, but people can't fly.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires. Blah!
Order! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Yeah, people see things
Or
wrong all the
perhaps he
time.
just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Larice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, all right? Remember what Larice was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come, and it disconnected. I'm gonna get some nuts while you wait for it to come back.
Reconnection successful.
Okay, fine.
You can still go get your nuts.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay. Mari's gonna go eat some nuts. We are still. Oh, we're dropping frames. Reconnect magic. Poof. Magic. Okay, I think, are we still, no, we're still, oh, we still got a really shaky connection. Okay, are we, it's like, it's popping up and down and, with how secure the connection is.
Nuts. He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down.
Don't eat the nuts while you talk.
But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame! Now ponder what sort of position Larice must have been at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor.
Don't stop it. I shouldn't have let you get the nuts.
That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Ah!
Ugh, no way. Maurice Dunham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. Put it in front of you and not behind you.
So then, this sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Maurice Dunham's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. This should have been our background for this stream. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Bridge. Ridiculous.
Order! Stop
Objection.
eating nuts!
Of all the things to say, a pendulum? The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. Probably for someone. That is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done. This would absolutely work.
In real life with real physics.
Let's just think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you'd need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you'd have to plan ahead. The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared for the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? Boing.
I don't know why I always do weird sound effects.
3 nuts.
At once?
Kind of.
And the meaning of this is...
The way I eat things is all kind of at once. If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Do I have to point it out?
This
Okay.
is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. Sorry, I'm still a little sick. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Maurice Dunham's body.
It's what like what the fact
insane.
that they planned this and it worked
Yes.
is a
Because there
miracle.
was simply no other way to move the body. I feel like there must have been another way to move the body. Glug, 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 glug. Oh, he's still doing it.
Mr. Godo.
Oh, that was one. Oh, no.
So they tied it securely enough to get her to the other
Yes.
side, but loose enough that the second she got to the
Yes.
other side, she came off
Yes.
it.
Must have been a physics major. Or maybe not, since this is not how physics works.
Maybe, someone with more of a romantic heart for miraculous things. Something like a literature major.
It seems that Mr. Godo is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high.
Not in my coffee.
So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Oh, thank you.
Refill your coffee
Mr.
a little.
Not the thought?
No, I don't have that much water. God damn!
Sorry, I get used to having it empty and then I forget that it has water in it and then it does things. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? Trike, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum?
Do we? I mean, I'm sure we do somewhere.
Oh! Yes, we do.
This?
No, not that. Well, actually, that's also
What are you thinking of?
the autopsy report.
Oh! Oh, wow!
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. And they were able to reach it still? I don't know. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
They might have detached it themselves.
Yeah, that's possible.
And then they could have reached it.
Right.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank,
What makes you think something like that happened?
because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. I assume.
Probably.
The body overswung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. Yup. And then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elise Donim's staff.
So was she they rigor mortised her little hand to hold the staff as she was...
We'll find out
Crossing.
probably how they did it. Or why that would have been the case. Oh, fuck.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead
Yeah, we already think it's
map.
the murder weapon, right? So it was in her.
The crystal was found...
Precisely, Your Honor.
But I thought but we have this bloody dagger.
It's only a little.
I guess it's only got a little blood on it. The staff has no blood on it, but
Yes, that's
you
true.
know, they could have washed it.
In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. And tied the right amount of tide.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that
It really
night.
was a miracle.
An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. Ooh.
Oh,
Mr. Wright!
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godel?
You're going too fast. Oh, this has water in it. I mean coffee. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trey. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma.
Oh no, we dropped Frank's.
Oh,
God damn it.
eat nut. Eat nut. It's back.
Oh, it's back. Okay.
Eat
Better
that.
stay that way.
Huh? A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak coffee-nese. Can you elaborate a little bit more? If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
A criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge.
So we also know now that it wasn't. So we know that it wasn't Iris who did any of this because she was on the other side of the bridge.
Yes, that's true. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Mr. Godel is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
It'd be easier if I could swallow them whole.
The nuts?
Yes, Your Honor, but then it wouldn't be. They wouldn't have the taste.
I'm taking this hazelnut.
Oh
for
no!
later.
The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple
Well, it
side?
makes sense that it would be Iris.
Who was moving all the stuff
And
seems
put
to
the sword in
put
her.
the sword in her and, you know, based on her testimony, seems to know about all of this.
It can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? Ah! But I...
Well, I guess she didn't testify about any of it, so there's actually nothing in her testimony that necessarily implies she knew about any of it.
Oh, I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it. Tried. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie
Gross.
was on cleanup duty at the inner temple after the mother-daughter bloodbath. I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Goto? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Oh, curious. One sec. Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch drawn by an eyewitness. I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, Trite? You mean this woman is... There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial.
It's not just because I am still very sick.
No, it's because of her. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
Francisca Von Miles Edgeworth.
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again, let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. She sucks and she died.
Oh, I see you wrote this yourself. Oh, yes, I remember now. That case 5 years ago. This is my tragic backstory. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine!
No, the honor is all mine.
No, Mia?
But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
Order. Wait a moment. How can you... my sister, she's already dead. What kind of...
Objection! You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Quran channeling technique flows within that body.
The Quran channeling technique. Now, where have I heard that?
All of my cases, Your Honor. That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
Oh my god, a spirit medium, that's the same.
Yeah, what an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was... Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes. Objection. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens? Objection. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. 2 of them? Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 o'clock p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne! Do you even know what you're saying, Trite? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. And then that happened. Oh yeah, the thing is in her. Scram? It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There, they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. Huh. I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous? Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places?
Switched places? Oh my god, what the switch places? To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand. But I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
There was one! Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh? Explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move around freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. But I do have to present you. This was the person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about.
This is so mean.
Yeah,
He
but we
said
have
be
to
number
say
one
it.
at the DA's office.
Wow.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake? Mmm.
Oh, the earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor, my...
How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind will consider the idea of spirit channeling.
Be quiet.
Be quiet.
Oh,
quiet.
we were all wrong.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
Damn.
That
All right,
voice.
she's admitting it. Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired.
Huh. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I never thought we'd meet again. And I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself. Okay.
To be continued.
Finish eating these nuts.
Alright. Alright. Mari still needs to get her water, but I'm ready to head back in here. Hopefully we get this done before 6, because I do have somewhere to be, but it's fine if I'm late. So you know, let's see if we can get there before 6. That's the one thing about doing this silly Ace Attorney in real time thing where we have to do it on specific days is that you can't choose to not do it on the days you have rehearsal. Well, I mean you can, but if you're a silly little guy, you're not gonna do that. You're committed.
I'm back.
Alright. Alright.
February 10th. Oh, okay.
Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes. How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we're to learn the truth, we'll need to hear your testimony. I have no problem with that. But when you've seen what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night.
The plan.
The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway. So that means you really are...
Hold it. Wait a minute. Did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey?
Yes. You have a problem with that?
Yes! Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way that... Watch yourself, Trite. If you've got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's one of my rules.
Mr. Godo is correct. And by the way, that's one of my rules as well.
Very nice, Judge. To kill Maya? Could it be true? It didn't succeed. Go to that part. It didn't succeed. You didn't kill her.
The whole plan began with my death.
Where is she?
Let's see
Yeah.
a little bit more details. You're being
Okay.
pretty vague, buddy.
You were executed last month, correct?
Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant.
They still hang people? Alright. How did you manage to discuss the plan?
In
In
Japan,
Japan,
I
alright.
believe they do.
I mean, there's not a good way to kill them. When did you talk with Morgan Fay?
Last year, she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it was actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discussed the plan. Huh. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well, even though I'm her own daughter.
All to make Pearl Fay the master of Karine?
She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her younger sister, Misty, took her place as the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this plan. A plan, huh?
I don't know about if she's been working on this plan specifically.
Stupid
She
plan
had a
hatched
different
by
one
Morgan
and it
Fay to
failed.
install her own daughter as the next master.
You're talking about Pearl Fay, is that correct?
Yes, though at first she had high hopes for the two of us.
You and your twin sister Iris?
That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father. Abandoned?
Is that what your dad told you?
The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was a nuisance, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple.
You mean Iris?
Yes, my father remarried a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right?
That was why?
And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general.
God.
How horrible! I hate children.
He's probably one of the worst unnamed parents. If not the worst in Ace Attorney.
The really horrible one was that woman. That bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearl Fay. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, unfortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of her broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of her pathetic dreams of having her bloodline become the main family. But for it to work, Maya Fay would first have to die.
Maya would have to die? But why? You know that.
For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of.
Objection. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya.
How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearl wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master. That's all.
That's ridiculous.
She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally, the life of Maya Fay as well.
How could anyone do that?
The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris.
You You were going to kill Maya?
Pearl didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel
up.
me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished
up.
the job.
It's fucked up, Dahlia.
In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me.
So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger twin. Is she younger? On Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple.
She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, naturally they would think it was Iris that had done it.
And the witness in this case was the head nun, Sister Bikini.
I never would have guessed she was going to return to Hazakura Temple that night. But she wound up seeing Iris's crime anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. I couldn't care less about her.
Backstabber?
You just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. The plan went wrong, but it seems to have succeeded anyway.
Where's Maya? You think the plan was a success?
You heard me. Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey.
Objection! That's absurd! Maya is just... She's just trapped! Trapped inside the sacred cavern!
Really? You're as foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you? My darling Feeny. Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivete and your pathetic faith in other people.
I just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fay's plan?
I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling her own greedy desires. Yes, it was certainly nothing to be proud of.
If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya?
You may not understand it, being the kind and gentle soul that you are. You may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that.
So then tell me, why?
Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped her was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction.
What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, she had her own reason for wanting Maya dead?
Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was?
No. Hold it. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fay.
Helping? Don't make me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious.
So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan so that she could accomplish her own goal.
All I wanted to do was kill Maya Fey. That was the only way I could think of to get revenge.
Revenge? It looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I can't believe it. She meant to kill Maya. And I need to get more information out of her. What? Present what? Oh.
Oops.
It's in profiles, Eaglin.
Is it?
Mia?
Well, yeah. I'm just wondering if we have another piece of
Yeah,
evidence.
I was also wondering about that. They present Mia.
Yeah.
I don't know. He did say that piece of evidence, but we have plenty of health.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what else I would present.
Yeah. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Maya Fey herself?
As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore. Because I'm already dead. Well, I have the same problem, you see. You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You wanted to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman, Mia Fey.
I somehow knew this was it.
I wanted to send her a message. It was at her hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted her to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up.
And the reason it was impossible, was it perhaps because Mia Fey had already died?
Yes. And I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on. Forever. I wanted to take away the person that Mia Fey loved most. I wanted to kill her with my own hands. That would be the one and only way I could take my revenge against Mia Fey. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's plans.
Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? Your goal was no different than that of Morgan Fey!
As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. What a cruel plan.
Yeah!
Cruel, cold, and heartless.
It's fucked up!
Don't waste your time preaching to the dead. I've already told you. There's not a thing you can do to me. That night. At about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. I quickly pinned my hair up and put on a demon warding hood. Then I picked up the staff that was by my side and left Hazakura Temple.
So, it was Elise Dunham who channeled her after all. Wow.
That ridiculous head nun never noticed a thing. She left Maya at the inner temple and wobbled back, clutching her poor old back. What did you do then? Oh, we've lost frames.
Ooh.
That's, is it fully? Yes, let's,
Let's see. It came back before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reconnection successful.
Let's
Drop
wait for it to...
Let's see. It's getting up there.
Yeah, it's coming back. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Is it stable? Okay, I think it's stable now. All right, let's go.
How do I get to just a second?
It's fine now. Oh.
Can I? Because on my phone, I'm gonna close this stream on my phone and open it back up again. Okay. Just so I can see.
It's fine.
All right. What did you do then? That kid was easier to handle than I had hoped. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and...
So then you're saying you stabbed Maya?
It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. Oh, what does that mean? No clear memory? I don't know. I think I was stabbed.
You were stabbed?
At the last minute, Maya Fey must have stabbed me. I'm sure of it.
Objection! That's not like her at all. Maya wouldn't stab a french fry with a plastic fork.
Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her.
I can't believe she was thinking of that until the bitter end.
That's where my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own 2 hands. My very last memory was Maya's terror-filled eyes. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern, surrounded by darkness. You were in the sacred cavern? The entrance was sealed with one of those trick locks. Somehow, I had been trapped in there.
But how did you wind up in there?
Oh, we're back to... Come on.
I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not Maya Fey was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself.
For a ghost, you're one tough cookie.
I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out.
The trick lock stopped you, huh?
I didn't know how to remove it. So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside this sacred cavern?
You probably also couldn't remove it because it was on the outside of the door.
Yeah,
You were on the inside.
I think there were bars.
Oh, were there?
I don't remember.
Yes, I wanted to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. But it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it.
Interrupted?
It was early in the morning, but someone came into the training hall. What? Ooh!
Could it have been Maya?
I thought the same thing, but I couldn't see.
Why not?
If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred cavern.
Okay, so it's a barred door.
That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in gravy.
Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But I was too late.
What do you mean by that?
The flies had already started to gather.
It's me.
The bridge had
been fixed and the police had started their investigation, correct?
Naturally, I couldn't go out. So instead, I returned to the cavern and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up.
Lady Luck?
After that big earthquake, she showed up, all by herself.
Von Karma's not really in this part of the case.
The real Iris?
She said she'd come to make sure the sacred cavern was all right. Stupid girl. I came out from the sacred cavern and got a feel for the situation. And I locked her away in my place. I had finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded.
What do you mean your plan had succeeded?
I had misunderstood one thing, you see. That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fey. Well, of course you would have assumed that. It was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Misty Fey, the picture book author. What? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden. It was her body that was left lying there.
God, it keeps dropping frames.
Oh, yeah.
Maya Fey. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. And that is matricide. The sin of killing her own mother.
No way!
Order in the court! What is the meaning of this? It's true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Fey's life was none other than your darling little Maya.
No, objection! Ridiculous! That's nonsense!
Are you sure about that? Just think about it. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there?
What? What do you mean? What is this so-called evidence?
The fact that Maya Fey has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it?
Huh?
The idea that she's still in the sacred cavern is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple, that much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be. Where? Do I have to spell it out? The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else?
Eagle River?
Maya Fey killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized that? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that wind up in there are lost forever. So, what do you have to say now, Beanie? Can you silence your phone? I'm cackling.
Shut up. I better get that. Oops. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Maybe. Go to here. Okay, thanks.
Was it something important?
It was your mom.
My mom?
They just finished removing the locks from the sacred cavern. That's great! What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave.
Was it Maya Fey?
It was the accused, Sister Iris. Huh?
Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just finished telling you that.
So, what about Maya? Where is she? There was no one else found inside the sacred cavern. No, it can't be.
I told you, didn't I? She's dead.
No! No!
It seems that this case has
No.
come to an end. A tragic end.
No.
Sadly, it appears the killer of Elise Donim, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River.
It can't be. It can't.
Ha!
Ah. That was not you.
Ha!
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 Ha! That's right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. No matter how improbable it may seem.
What is that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godo?
According to this witness, Maya Fey threw herself into the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire when the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Maya had thrown herself into the river, it must have been from the inner temple side, near the bridge.
That's right. That's where she jumped from.
But that's impossible. It's impossible to jump into the river from there. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up, trite. Just relax and think through the whole thing again. So it's impossible. Maya couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River?
Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Fay threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim?
Yep.
It's all rock down there, baby.
It's impossible to jump into the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness!
What did you say?
11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, below the cliff on the inner temple side is a big rock shelf.
Oh! You're right.
She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. Ha! So you finally figured it out.
You... No! Order! You're just playing with me. Maya Fay's body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's nowhere else she could possibly be hiding.
Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth.
Yes, just a few minutes ago.
Maya Fay wasn't inside the sacred cavern. We now know that she didn't throw herself into Eagle River. Correct. That eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, although it seems improbable, there's still one other place she could be.
What? What is this one possibility you are talking about? That's obviously a bluff. So where is her dead body then?
Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there is a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? Maya Fay is. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom.
What?
Maya Fay is here.
You say she's here in my courtroom?
Dahlia Hawthorne. I seem to recall that you said. I had misunderstood one thing, you see.
So what?
But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood.
What do you mean?
Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne?
Why, that's obvious. It's Pearl Fay, that pathetic little sniveling runt.
You're wrong. Pearl's tried, but she couldn't do it.
I've never failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened.
Isn't there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Someone called me before Pearl did. But who?
Pearl's even tried again on the day after the crime, but she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct?
Ah!
It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could.
Maya Fay.
This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Misty Fay is gone. There's only one possibility left.
Come on already. I can't stand the tension.
Dahlia Hawthorne, the person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey!
What? But how could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal?
She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey.
Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her...
Huh. Well, Gramps, what would happen?
Could it be?
It looks like you finally understand, Your Honor.
Well, I don't. What are you going on about?
What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. And there's only one reason. To protect herself from you.
To protect herself from me?
Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Killing Maya Fey. The path back to Hazakura Temple was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide?
You mean... That's when she channeled me?
All this time you thought you had been channeled by pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya's hiding place was you!
No, don't say that! You're saying that I, Dahlia Hawthorne, was played for a fool by that little whelp? Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious?
Objection! Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple.
I don't believe you. A stupid little girl like that who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea?
Well,
Me, of course.
Mia!
Mia Fey! It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
So it's true. It was you.
Yes.
Ha! You're something else.
But what? What are you doing here?
That hair, it's pearls, right?
Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stabbed by Maya Fey. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you.
She did?
Not terribly surprising, since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. That's when Maya decided she needed help, so she channeled me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? I can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details. But one thing was perfectly clear. And that was... I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free.
Free? What do you mean?
It was a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock herself in the sacred cavern until help arrived.
So it was Maya who put that lock on there.
Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? If she hadn't done it, Dahlia Hawthorne would have been channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fey.
Pearls?
Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan. So all she was trying to do was to follow her mother, Morgan Fey's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly.
So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Fey to kill Maya at all costs.
Yes, it certainly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you? I won't forget this.
Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure.
Yes. Another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do you mean by another?
Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes? Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure.
What? How dare you?
11 years ago. The fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but after Terry Falls escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed.
Shut your mouth! That wasn't my fault! It was because of that stupid oaf of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman.
And then, 1 year later, you tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny.
You wipe that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face.
And now this. You've messed up again. You let Maya Fey escape, even though she was right there in front of you.
Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Mia Fey! You spinster! I was supposed to kill Maya Fey like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired jerk the guilty verdict, I wouldn't have been hanged to death. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. What? What did you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I'm around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity.
I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead.
What about it?
Then you said, even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever.
That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there is no escape from that. No hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burnt to a crisp. You're wrong! It can't be! How could I lose to the likes of you?
It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of Maya's body right now!
I'm not ready. Not ready to go. She's naked.
You gotta say a line.
I'll be right there.
Nick. Sis. It's one of those lines that doesn't stay on the screen. Now then, I assume you are the real Iris? Oh, Iris is here, Eaglet.
I forgot it takes a minute to get the wig on, but I'm here. According to a substantial amount of people, yes. I assume you are the real Iris?
Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern.
I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godo, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
If you ask me, Your Honor, it looks like she went back to the hell she came from.
It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan.
Yes, Your Honor.
The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again.
I mean, yeah. Your Honor?
Yes, what is it?
About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now.
Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the Quran channeling technique.
Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult?
I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench, including this before. And in all that time, I've finally learned this one thing.
Well, there were two spirits in the
Each
court.
case is different
It's fine.
and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where... Did we lost frames again? Uh-oh. Yeah. It's just hanging out at 0
It'll come back. Oh, it'll try to come back. Okay.
Reconnection successful. Okay.
It's figuring it out.
I think we're
Kind of back.
We're kind of back. It's still kind of coming in and out. This always happens at the most best points of the trials.
Does it?
I don't know.
Okay, I think we're okay now.
And that's where my brother and I used to differ.
Never thought of it that way. Now I don't remember what we were saying.
At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Objection! You're a little too fast with that gavel, Your Honor.
Now, what do you mean by that, Mr. Godo? This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means.
What? Trey, remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Huh? Dahlia's testimony?
I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed.
Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise Dunim. No, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. This isn't over? Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. It's not how it works. We can't let her walk until there is evidence that proves her innocence. Right, Your Honor? No way.
But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
The prosecution is ready to call our final witness.
Final witness.
This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Of course it's all right, Madam Attorney.
Very well then. Who is this final witness?
Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event and will put the final dagger in this case.
Someone who saw the murder take place?
The very person who saw her mother killed in front of her own eyes. You mean Maya? You can't! She can't testify after what she's just been through! We need to find the truth. The prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess.
No, we won't. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
Hey, Trite, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same with you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. You've got some nerve!
I mean, he's kinda right.
Oh, okay. But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself. Sorry, Mia. Get out of here.
That's enough. This court is now in recess.
With no understanding of the case. Yeah, that is really rich coming from Goto. But he hasn't won.
Oh.
Oh, Iris.
I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. But I was missing all day and we didn't even have a chance to talk.
She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places. And Iris was inside the sacred cavern.
At least Iris is dressed a little bit more warmly than... Well, I guess Maya was also wearing this outfit, so... At least she wasn't in, like, her normal, tiny short kimono.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on.
Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you, why did you help your sister out as much as you did?
Huh?
If you had tried to get help at the Sacred Cavern yesterday, you wouldn't have spent the entire day locked up in there.
My sister. I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either.
Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it?
Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her.
Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago?
Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that. Dahlia's stepsister, Valerie, ended up.
That was the case that wounded Mia so badly.
But things didn't end there, of course. people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder.
Some people? You must mean...
Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. You.
That's right. Iris, there's one more thing I have to ask you.
Yes? What is it?
On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Donim, was it really you?
Yes. It was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. At around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple, but...
The path to the inner temple was cut off, right?
Exactly.
Beep.
We can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say, got it?
Did you so why did they think that was the best way to do that?
It was me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mystic Elise always held.
I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the staff.
Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple on the snowmobile.
But why? Why did you alter the body?
I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shichishito. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground.
Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it.
I see.
Defendant!
Yes?
The judge is calling you! He wants you to see you in his chambers! He wants you to see you in his chambers!
He has a mirror for you!
He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne!
All right. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you.
Oh, okay. Something she wants to tell me. So it's true. Iris cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning.
Phoenix?
Mia! How is Maya doing?
Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. But emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case.
I see. You don't mean she's learned who Elise Donim really was?
Yes. I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew.
But why?
Maya is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it.
What do you mean by that?
I want you to figure out that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart.
What?
The real killer. Do you know who it is yet?
Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still. I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means that the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
And one more thing. The victim was moved to the Hazakura Temple side by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge.
That means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost an entire day.
Exactly. So the culprit was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day.
That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win. Or lose.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see, anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me. All by myself.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna make it to rehearsal on time.
Yeah.